So in the gospel, the scribe comes up to the Lord and says, of all the commandments of the law, which is the greatest? And so the Lord today summarizes all the commandments of the two great commandments that he taught us. First commandment, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. Simply to let God be our first and our primary relationship. Because again, the Lord created us to be in relationship with him. When you start reading the Bible, the book of Genesis, God is creating, and God created us to be truly in relationship with him, the highest form of creation, created in his image and likeness. So it makes sense that the first commandment would be to love God. He's our creator. God's the one that came to save us from our sinfulness, from the powers of death. He's our Savior. And God is with us. He's Emmanuel. He's our shepherd, providing for us, protecting us. So he's the center of our lives. We go about his will. We truly follow his way of life. So he is God. There is no other. So the first commandment, love your God. Second commandment, love your neighbor as yourself. So again, we want to love ourselves in a good, healthy way. And the way that we get to love ourselves is having this relationship with God. Because if I have this relationship with God, I know I'm loved, that God created me out of love to share in his love in his life. There's no one else like me. There's no one else who will be like me. I'm unique, individual, and God's love is upon me. God's love is upon you. And so truly the fact is God's love is unconditional. I don't earn his love. I don't deserve his love. His love is faithful and steadfast and unconditional. His love is always present. I can remove myself from his love by my sinfulness, but God's love is still present to me. God draws me close to himself. So again, the Lord's love for us is everlasting, so that truly gives me that significance and that value that I'm loved by God. Even today, right at this moment, we're loved by God because he's thinking about us. Do you understand? Once God doesn't think about us, we don't even exist. So my existence is dependent upon the love of God. He tells us to love our neighbor. So he says, love your neighbor as yourself. So we want to have that love that we have received from God and truly share that love with those around us to serve the needs of others. But many people today, instead of loving their neighbor, they're trying to be loved by their neighbor. They're trying to be liked by others. The Lord never gave us that commandment. The Lord never said, I want you to go forth and be loved by others. I want people to like you. No, the Lord said, I want you to love. So again, I'm loved. I don't have to go around trying to be loved, but I'm already loved by God, and I can share that love with those around me. So many people are spending so much time and energy trying to be loved, not realizing that they're already loved, and they're called to share that love with those around them. So we find the scribe saying to the Lord, teacher. So the Jesus has come to be our teacher. And so in a way, this is our homework. We get up every day. This is the homework that we're called to truly do. When we get up today, my first responsibility, my job per se, is to love God, allow myself to grow in that relationship with God each and every day. And I'm called to love the people that come into my life today. So this is my basic work as a Christian. And this is how I'm called to function. See, if I can live like this each and every day, then basically I start to find myself having this peace and joy within. That I'm functioning and carrying out the purpose of my existence. If I were not to live these two simple commandments, then I would find myself in disorder and in chaos. Now look at the world today. Now we say for people to love God, let God be your first and your primary relationship. How many people don't have God as their first and primary relationship? In fact, how many people today will not give one thought about God? Find that intriguing. My existence depends upon God. Be thankful to God for the gift of my life. And how many people are not going to give God one thought, not just even one thought about God today? How many people are not going to be serving the needs of others, but serving themselves? They live just to do what they want to do. Life's all about them. They want to just be serving themselves and doing what they want to do. So if you find no relationship with God and not truly loving others and not even having a good respect of love towards oneself, then one's life is out of order, one's in disorder and chaos. Isn't it interesting that we find in the world today disorder and chaos? And it's all stemming because people are not functioning in the way that God called us to function. So this is a real important teaching that we have from the gospel today. The Lord has given us a purpose and the meaning of our lives. All the commandments are summarized simply to love God is your first and primary relationship, and love the people that come into your life today. So in our Lenten season, on our journey to Easter, may we truly attend to the areas of our lives to truly help ourselves to carry out this command as we continue our journey to the kingdom. God bless you.